All right, welcome everyone. We are Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Hibike Euphonium, Season 1, Episode 9. Yeah, last week we had an episode that,
was one for the books.
oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy. Like,
Remember it forever.
yeah, this is now one of those shows that is on the shill list.
On the shill list
not,
for sure.
Like, not the thing of just like, oh, hey, if someone's into anime, hey, this is also an anime we've been watching and we're enjoying it a lot, but like,
That's
so,
just art.
yeah.
Beautiful.
More people need to see this show. Like,
Kumiko and Kosaka, that was just an amazing sequence of scenes. And
Yep.
loved it. Loved it. It was beautiful. KyoAni, y'all. I
Yeah.
missed you. Just wow. Okay. But
to
guys,
think that this existed for so long before we watched it. Like,
yeah, but guys, like we're only 8 episodes in. This is the 9th episode. So how much more good stuff like this have we yet to see, basically?
I can only imagine.
Can only imagine. We had some good stuff with the characters kind of experiencing the festival with different angles and intentions and stuff like that.
And their
Lots of
love lives,
emotions.
ups and downs, and
Yep. Yeah.
and adorable little mini Midoris.
Yes. Oh my god, you're so
So
cute.
adorable
You're
and so
cute.
much attention to detail.
Oh, yes indeed. Yes,
But
indeed.
yeah.
But now, back off of that break, see what's next for the club. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
自分たちのパートが足を引っ張らないようにと練習に熱がこもり、ご自分では
Okay.
私と
Awesome.
にらめっこしている時間が次第に増え、さっきからどうしたの？サファイア川島。
Oh no.
川島緑です。
Maybe home life?
Yeah, I don't know, because she always seems so upbeat.
鳴らすことにばかり意識がいってて、音が雑になってるよ。はい。目で面白みに欠けてたのが味わい染み出てきた。何かあっての？よくわからないですけど、今の気の抜けた演奏は何よ？罰としてこれガタガタだから新しい譜面台持ってくる。
Okay.
お前ちゃん、サファイア川島、何かあったの？
We need to talk about you while you're not here.
実は私が祭りの時に失礼しまして背中を押してくれてたから失礼
Oh.
Oh, that's so sweet. She's... Oh.
正直超どうでもいい。超どうでもいい。
正直すぎます
個人練行ってくるようなやつに構ってる暇ない。
Oh.
That's a
Damn.
side of her we haven't seen.
Yeah.
帰りなんだけどさ時間いいかな
Ah. Let's figure out something together.
Yeah.
とにかく私こうなってよかった
Yeah, she's fine now, so why... What's going on?
ほらああいうのって一人だとどうしても勇気がなくてずっと悩んじゃうでしょ
Sure. Yeah.
緑じゃん
Hey, Dad.
でジョージ君いい
Oh.
好きなんでしょもちろんです
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
だって私緑に話したらきっと緑が背中を押してくれるかもって思って
Ah.
Gotcha.
コミコも気弱いとこあるから
え
私が先に話したら弾いてくれるかもって
Wow,
Oh.
yeah. Way to go, being honest like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
最悪な女だよ
No.
聞くって私が週一それって私が週一を好きってこと
Yes.
あ
そう的なやつだよこっちも無自覚か
Nope. Nope.
本当だってまその時になったら
When
Trust
you
me.
figure it out.
Yep. My heart has been good and stolen by someone else.
Now remember, she doesn't know her own feelings. That's,
Right, right.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Um.
Same thing he had.
Yes. I'm hungry now. Damn it.
I'm not sure if that was an eat the feelings kind of thing or.
I think that's her being just confident. She's like, I had a win today.
Yeah.
I'm feeling more confident. I'm gonna eat this damn.
Right.
そういうこれ何なの怖いんだけど
Wow.
勝手に開けないでよ
Immediately.
変わったって聞いたよ、やってた人の息子らしいじゃん知ってる人の間じゃ結構噂になってるってさ
Oh.
そうなの
Okay.
お北宇治って言えばほら高坂玲奈あの子ってさ立花の推薦蹴って北宇治行ったって聞いたよ
。
Gotcha.
バカにしたら許さないから。
やっぱり落ち込んでましたよね。明るく振る舞っているけどきっと落ち込んでいるんじゃないかって。
元気でいたいんだよ。いつも通りでいたいんだと思う。だからみどりちゃんも私もいつも通りがいいよ。
はい、ちょっと大人っぽくなった気がします。
何それ。
みどりはそんな久美子ちゃん好きですよ。
Oh.
ありがとう。
多分それはあのレーナとの夜があっ
Yep.
Definitely.
私は感動したんだ。週一とはまだ話せないままだけど。
Okay.
緑ってほんと頑固だよね。
Oh.
She's like Chupacabra. We'll keep you safe.
だから。そうです。その子はチュパカブラです。
Oh. Oh. Right, the rival with Kosaka.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe this was Saori or Kaori.
Kaori, yeah.
おーすごい。揉め事とかがないようにって、それだけちゃんとできればいいって思ってた。 でも
Now everyone's taking it seriously. Yeah. Your third year. And you've got a serious bit of competition. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
最後は吹きたい。ダメだった時は追い向かってあげる。夏だよ。だから私が探し回らなくても済むようにして。
Awesome.
Oh.
変な励まし方。
Yeah, very weird, but it was a pep talk. Yeah.
大坂さん、
Hey.
おはようございます。
Yeah, she couldn't say anything. Yep.
Yep. Uh-huh. I love how there was so much like to that interaction with very little said.
できます。
朝ごはんは？
Ah, there we go. There we go. All right, now let's run into Reina.
No, we're just gonna not run into Shuichi because
Exactly.
yeah.
私も。
Oh. Oh.
おはようございます。
We all thought the same. Oh.
Asuka.
いい音。夏木先輩。
Oh, awesome.
Oh.
全然できない。
そりゃさまつくか。
Yeah.
帰るんですか？
Oh.
Yeah, you motivated
Yep,
her.
yep.
同時に先輩たちと競い合わなければいけないこと。
Oh, yeah, because
Yep,
that's what
yep.
happened
That's what
before.
happened
And
before, yep.
oh,
Yep.
shit.
おはよう。どうしたの？
Oh.
Yeah.
私も頑張る。だから頑張って。
Yeah.
Okay. Just kiss already.
緊張していますか？
Oh.
ですよね。ですが、ここにいる全員、コンクールに出場するのに恥じない努力をしてきたと。
Come from Taki too.
Yeah. You can take that to the bank.
やばい。もういい。何でもいいから早く終わって。
本当、待ち時間って心臓に悪い。
Yeah, because they're
Yeah.
probably last. Like they're probably
Oh,
like.
man.
久美子ちゃんが痛いと感じるのは久美子ちゃんの魂がジャックに届いている証拠ですよね。
Beautiful.
ジャックです。
You.
中学の頃は演奏中に切れて
Ah! Oh, gross! No! Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
ならない？
Come on, show us. Come on, show
ア
us.
スカ先輩のオーディションは思ったよりもあっさりと終わった。夏木先輩のオーディションは
Oh
思ったよ
no.
りもじっくりと行われた。私の番が来た。
Oh, that first person
大前さんは
POV.
Uh-huh.
経験者だとお聞
Yep,
きしていま
yep.
す。
今年で7年目です。
ずっと UFO で。
はい。
それはなかなかすごいですね。
しまった。ハードル上がったかも。
Yeah.
椅子の向きはそのままで。
大丈夫です。
では始めましょうか。
Nice, because he was saying like if you don't want to look at me.
Right. Uh-huh. I'm sweating bullets here.
Yeah.
70小節目まで吹いていただけますか。
はい。どうしよう。
Okay.
あんまり練習してないところだ。
Oh my god.
Come
You can do
on.
this. You can do this. Just
Breathe.
自分の
の番が長かったのか短かったのかはよくわからなかった。
Yeah, you're too absorbed in it to be able to count time.
Yeah, yeah.
数日が過ぎ、
Oh, God. Okay, come on.
空気が張り詰めた。
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
マックスは以上の7名。続いてユーフォニアム、田中飛鳥、はい、大前久美子、はい、以上2名。
Oh.
以上2名。
Oh.
でコンバス、川島サファイア、
Oh. All right.
帰るんですか？
塚本修一、
It's okay.
私落ちちゃった。
Oh.
吉川優子、
Oh, they're killing me here.
高坂玲奈。
All right. Okay.
以上。ソロパートは高坂玲奈に担当してもらう。
Oh. Gotcha. Yep.
はい。
All right.
Damn. Dang, okay.
So Hazuki didn't make it.
Yeah. Hazuki didn't make it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, the tension was killing me.
That was brutal, yeah. But to be fair, this is not like, they can never be a part of the club or,
Right.
or
It's just
they
for
can't
this
play in
performance.
future performances. Yeah. It's, keep practicing, keep putting in everything, yeah.
And there's always the possibility that if someone God forbid for some reason is sick or whatever or something, that they have to pull in a pinch for performance or something, or although they might actually just remove them at that point so they don't sound bad.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that Nakagawa will give any backlash to Kumiko, but
No.
But I hope not just that there isn't, but that she lets her know that there isn't,
Well, the friends could still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh boy.
Ooh, that episode,
All right.
that episode compactly delivered a few things that kind of needed to happen post previous episode. So
Yep.
we got to have a little bit of kind of an epilogue to what happened at
Yeah.
the festival and such. A lot of the characters needing to process and come to terms with what happened.
Right.
And the idea that those that weren't necessarily directly involved in the romantic tension were not necessarily the ones that were taking it the hardest.
Right.
That's really cool because, well, for one, Midori, or Sapphire, she is probably the most empathetic and, the most, not bubbly, but the most, I don't know, she feels the most light,
Yeah.
Where she's not necessarily going to be as grounded when big emotions and stuff come her way.
She is definitely led by her emotions, which is a strength and a weakness depending on the situation.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was the one who was no, love and death are the core themes, and go.
Yeah,
it will be wonderful. Confess your feelings.
Right.
And then she got shot down, and
Well, no, her friend got shot.
no, right, but the person that she encouraged got shot down.
Right.
And then
yeah.
and then she comforted that person afterwards, so she saw just how much it hurt them. Mm-hmm. And Hazuki's doing much better now,
Yes.
but it's still something where she's like, "Oh no, I played a part in this. I caused this, right?" And I loved how Hazuki handled that in her chipper, upbeat self of being like, "Hey, it probably would have ended the same way regardless, and it would have just taken longer. So I thank you. I feel like you really did help here."
Yeah. It's the difference between doing this kind of thing alone versus someone else who
Right.
kind of gives you the initial push to do something like this, which is what happens later in the episode when Kumiko starts to doubt herself because she's still scared
Yep.
of the thing that happened in the past with the previous 3rd years. And no, like an angel of protection
Yeah.
coming in. Kosaka
storm.
basically swoops
Yeah.
in and just goes, "You here." Do
Yeah.
your best because I'm going to do mine. No, I need you to promise me.
Right.
Like
You better
God,
do
it's-
your best.
It's so beautiful. And yeah, there's the there's the romantic angle that you could be
Just
taking
kiss
with
already.
this. Yeah. But I take it at face value for now. It's a very strong connection that they have.
Right.
In that they are pulling each other forward even outside of the music sections they're a part of.
Exactly. It's not a this or that as far as the romance and the friendship and the music connection.
They're not
and everything.
mutually exclusive.
They're not mutually exclusive. It's
Exactly.
all of them, right? So yeah, yep, yeah,
stuff.
and I love it because Kumiko really does look up to Reina, not just from the standpoint of the attraction, but
a lot, yeah.
from a music standpoint, because she absolutely puts her everything into what she does, right? And she does it with confidence, brash confidence, right?
Yeah.
When Taki says that, yeah, she got the solo part. Yes. You know, it's and yeah, even if the whole bunch of the other people in the wind ensemble, you know, might be kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
nope. So, yeah, I'm hoping that everything goes as smoothly as it can moving forward. That when the conflict rears its ugly head and everything, it is dealt with in a good, wholesome, wonderful way.
Yeah.
So that our girls are okay.
I feel like it'll come up again, maybe more so in a future audition for a performance, because Taki Sensei has a very like firm grip on the students' basically's respect in the way he does things now.
Yes.
So they are going to, I would say, honor his choice, but they will be upset.
Right.
At least some of them will.
And their frustration is not like they're not going to bring it up with Taki Sensei because it's he knows what he's doing. That's the decision that he made. He's not going to change it just because I don't like it.
Exactly. It's going to be basically the friend that kind of goes up to Nakagawa and basically be like, aren't you upset? Like, aren't you like frustrated? Like, this isn't right.
Or even
This
worse,
is your
goes
last
up
year.
to Kumiko without Nakagawa knowing, you know, and is like, why'd you do that, right? That's the kind of thing that I expect to happen with Kosuka.
And Hazuki comes in with a tennis racket.
Well, yeah. But with Kosuka, because of I don't know if we know the name of the character yet. She's not like a big character or anything.
We
but
can go back and look, but yeah, I don't remember.
The sort of the very light brown, you know, like cutesy character with like the bow or whatever in her hair that is very much.
We have been given her name.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure we have.
Okay, yeah, we probably have.
Check it,
yeah, but the one that definitely has a crush on Kaori.
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah, no, and she's already taken the initiative to be
antagonistic.
More subtly antagonistic.
Subtly, yes.
You know, with Kosuka, but at this point, it's probably going to become more prominent.
It could be.
Yeah.
And I would very much like to see a moment where Kosuka then goes to Kumiko with maybe a little bit of like, hey, this is actually getting a little bit rough. I need a little bit of support. Or at the very least, like, hey, can I just talk to you about this? That'd be really cool.
Yep.
With, though, the stuff from the festival, I really like, though, that this is something that the characters have to kind of process and deal with. And the fact that Kumiko is changed by that. We had multiple instances of Kumiko having little bits of extra coming out of who she is because of that thing there. And then we have, of course, Sapphire kind of having a little bit of like, hey, you know, you seem a little bit more grown up. I like that about you. It's like, oh, you're making me blush, you know, just this thing of like, yeah, I think that, you know, it was because of that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's, you know, coming to terms with that. And that's really cool because while the sports anime kind of aspect of it being like a music team competition aspect is
training to be the very best.
Right, in the tournament arc or whatever, that's all well and good, but these beginning episodes of the show are really important at establishing not just who these characters are, but where they're going in their growth.
Right, because that's the beauty of a coming of age story, right? Is that the characters are going through, because the reason you have a main character be the main character is because they're the one that undergoes the most change. So by having the setting be something where all of the characters are in high school, like people might get upset of like, why are there so many high school anime? No, it's done that way for a reason, because that's when pretty much everybody is going to be undergoing a lot of changes, so you can really get into figuring out who they are in a visceral, deep way, because they're figuring it out themselves.
Yeah, and having Kumiko already showing signs of changing in that regard, like there were a couple things that kind of stood out to me, of like, oh, yeah, Kumiko is a little bit different in that regard.
Yeah,
basically how fervently she was kind of focused on everything with Hazuki. Yeah.
I also I wonder if the way that she sort of stood up to her sister when now granted maybe it was because her sister came into her room, so it's sort of like, this is my space, my territory kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But because the sister is one of those dynamics that I with minimal amount of time that needs to be spent on it, I have very strong feelings about, right? And the way that she was brought in originally with the, you're not going to be playing that at the house, are you? It's noisy and all that stuff, right? And just instantly kills her fire, or what fire maybe could have been there. then when she comes now, like Kumiko didn't say anything like to sort of stand up for herself there, right? But then when she comes into her room later, she kind of is, just sort of letting her walk all over her for a little bit. But then towards the end, she's like, so, like, are you just going to hang out here? Like, are you gonna please leave? And I appreciated that because I don't know if that's something that the old Kumiko would have done. It's possible because different circumstances, but I feel like this is another example of her growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is also one of those things of like childlike behavior in general that is something that is then framed in a way of like, oh, you don't know that I'm necessarily growing up that much, because then when she kind of gives the advice of like, oh, I think we should all act normal, that's probably what's going to be the most helpful there. She's like, Kumiko-chan, you've changed. It then shows the little cactus.
Oh, showing how
there.
she was doing something that she always did growing up, like how she's still kind of a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Like she got the teddy bear and stuff, and
yeah,
it's like, oh, you're grown up. I kind of like that about you. Yeah, thanks. And then of course she then turns away from it.
Yeah, this is embarrassing me. Yeah, like I absolutely loved. Well, okay, no. In general with this show, I love how much extra motion and things are going on in the scene, right? Because not only does it look pretty, right, but there's it feels so much more alive, right? Because this totally could have just been something of her sort of lying there and just talking to her with basically just lip flaps, and that's more or less like what was happening, right? But then it's I don't know. Let's show how how she adjusts and oh yeah, she's
legs and stuff
like her legs
that.
are relaxed, and then they start to cross and tense up and stuff when she's like, oh, she's saying all this stuff about me that I'm not sure how I feel about that myself.
Not sure she even believes it necessarily.
Yeah,
but then she does identify saying it's probably because of that night with Reina.
Right.
While again
I
showing
guess
the
I am
cactus
changing
in a way in that
exactly.
Maybe you don't need the cactus anymore. Maybe you have friends that you can chat with this stuff about as well.
Yeah.
So you can process the things that are going on inside rather than hiding them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Even with the whole thing with Hazuki when she was talking to Kumiko about Shuichi, that is maybe another example where Kumiko isn't, fully speaking her mind. Now, granted, she isn't sure how she feels about Kosaka entirely anyways, right?
True.
Because, to allow yourself to actually be in love requires confidence, right? And that's something that she doesn't exactly have in spades right now. The reasons why Kosaka is so enchanting to her, right?
Yeah, she doesn't really have it in any suit. I mean,
right.
To be fair.
Yeah.
Like that moment when she heard Natsuki playing and went over and was like, oh, and it just terrified her for a brief bit. Just oh no. Yep. Realizing, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do this.
Yep.
She was gonna stop practicing right there.
Oh
put
yeah.
Her instrument away. She goes back into the closet
to put the instrument away. I think. Yeah.
And Kosaka's like, nope, nope. You have to.
I'm gonna nip this right in the bud. Yeah.
Exactly. Ugh, it's
so
good. I really do feel like the journey of Kumiko is one of emotional vulnerability.
Yeah.
And just being more open to connecting and bringing up what she's actually feeling to her friends around her.
And I feel like because of that, it's something that's subtle enough that or rather it's so subtle compared to what a main character's arc could be.
Oh, sure.
That I feel like KyoAni is really well suited to this kind of story because for stuff like that
it happens in the quiet moments.
It happens in the quiet moments. It happens in those little bits of body language and whatnot where you can have something that evokes emotion and demands attention, right, for something that normally wouldn't, right?
Oh,
because
okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
and then we get the audition. And
that was tense.
That was so intense. And actually, they did it. They didn't let all four of our girls in.
Yeah, Hazuki didn't make it, and it makes sense.
Hazuki did not make it because she is the noob of the group.
Right, yeah.
She has not literally done this at all until recently.
Yep.
So, yeah. Also, the fact that Shuichi took one of those spots for the tuba, I thought was kind of, oh, right, reminder, they do play the same instrument then.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, but it was just a thing of like,
Gotcha. I thought it was something where they had already gone on to like a different instrument, and then she was like, "Oh, that's right,
yeah,
I didn't make
I
it."
can show you here just to make sure that I've got this actually right here. I think it was after, because then we'd show the results here.
Right, the trumpets are last.
Right. So next tuba.
Gothotakia.
Oh wait, no,
Sariko.
not the tuba.
Yeah,
sorry.
total 2.
Not the tuba. Contrabass. That's
Right.
Sapphire. That's Sapphire. Hold on. Let me. Yeah. Let me get through the stuff here. Shuichi. Yep. Oh, trombone.
Right. He's trombone.
Sorry, trombone.
Yeah.
Which is hers as well. Because then she goes. Wait. I didn't make it.
Wait, no. She's tuba.
Oh, she is tuba?
Yeah, she's tuba. Yeah.
Hold on. I must be.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is tuba.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So she was, but I love what that means, because it's basically something where, because she knew Taki was getting to the section where Shuichi's instrument was going to be gone through.
She was so thinking about.
She was so thinking about him that she completely missed her own instrument, and then when it got to his instrument, which was a different one.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh wait, that's right. Wait, hold on. Tubas are before trombones. Oh, I didn't make it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, guys, this could be something where they get into the fact that she's now been rejected twice, like in a row, kind of.
Potentially, yeah.
And they could get into some really cool stuff with where she explores the emotions she has with the rest of the group, given that they're all going to be in their respective things.
How does she truly fall in love with this new instrument, if she does at all, given that she's not going to actually be playing it in the performance?
Right, which is a huge bit of experience that's helpful for building your confidence, but also just actually practicing in a live, performance and stuff like that.
Yes.
Which is invaluable, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's a funny goof up there, mixing up instruments and things like that.
It's tuba and trombone. I don't know enough about instruments to know that they're different things.
Yeah, I can just tell the difference between the contrabasses and all the contrabass and the brass stuff right there.
Right, exactly,
these are different classifications of instrument here.
Exactly, strings versus
brass.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Yeah.
God, like,
oh man,
like such musically like illiterate people over here.
Illiterate, yeah.
But I love the fact that this show is also willing to have an episode that is about 50% epilogue on a previous episode, so that we can actually process that stuff.
Yeah, because last episode had a lot of stuff to process.
Right, but then it makes it feel like that moment happened and it changed things, because with our characters, every once in a while, it's kind of important to acknowledge that they're on a journey, and yet it can be so slow at times that we don't necessarily notice what areas they're actually changing.
Right, it's that curve. You zoom out enough and it just seems like nothing happened, but then you're like, wait a minute, no, something did happen. Or wait, no, if you zoom out, it gets... It's point is...
Yeah, I got what you were
saying. You zoom in and you can't see anything, but when you zoom out...
I got what you were saying, yeah, exactly.
Also, one of the things that I thought was kind of cool is when Nakagawa was... like they were all playing and stuff, and she was noticing how Kumiko was playing, and they were like, "Oh, you're playing pretty well, right?"
Ah, yeah.
And they were like, "What's up?" And she was like, "Oh, it was nothing, right?" And Nakagawa is kind of like, "Oh, it was nothing. It was nothing, but you're clearly doing better than me, right?"
Yeah.
But it's like, no. That happened as a result of Kumiko playing with Kosaka. Now, the amount of practice that happened up there on that mountain, I'm sure they practiced for decent amount while they were up there.
Crazy.
Right, compared to how much she was probably already practicing. Yep. But here's the thing. What are Kumiko's feelings for the youth? So far, they don't really seem to be anything where she's particularly invested in that instrument.
Oh, this is Jack, Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But after that, I think that was something where it's an emotional key was unlocked.
Yep.
And now it's the...
I really love this, yeah.
I really love this.
Yeah.
I'll keep practicing. Yeah, I really want to make it. Not just for the inherent competitive side of things of wanting to not be left out, but... And this is, there wasn't necessarily anything said by Kumiko in her thoughts or anything like that here, but I feel like because Kumiko is not in touch with her own feelings too much, you know?
As noted
This is-
by Hazuki.
Right. This is something that is happening, and you know, love is an amazing, beautiful thing that defies quantification and understanding and can really turn things around in some unexpected ways. And I think Kumiko's experiencing that. So
So,
yeah.
y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Link in the description.
Yes, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all next time.